Good morning, guys. So today I'm going to be trying out a new foundation from Benefit. It is the Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. I bought a sample of it for $10, which I thought was genius. I would love it if all of the foundation companies or brands would start doing this so you can get a tester and not have to worry about buying something that's not going to work for you. So I got the tiniest little sample for $10. Super excited that they had these in stock that I could pick one up. I got mine in the color 4, which I'm not too sure what that color is, so we'll go ahead and see. I didn't remember what I picked up, so let me see what number 4 is. Number 4 is a medium natural color, so that's why I got it, for medium natural. And if you bought the full-size bottle, it would be $29. So for $10 for 0.02 ounces, I was pretty happy to pay $10 for this. I was just like, it's better for me to try it out for $10 rather than $29 and not like it. So it does feel like it has like a little shaky ball in there, so it mixes around the color for you. This foundation says it is a light to medium coverage liquid foundation, and it has an SPF of 15 in it, which is great. I always wear an SPF under my foundation, but a little extra is not bad. This also has 12 different shades, so it's not like a huge shade range, but it looks like it has a pretty dark deep color and then a pretty light color. I'm not too sure. This is the first Benefit foundation that I'm trying out as far as I can remember, so I'm not too sure how their foundations range when it comes to colors. So let's see what it says as far as instructions and what this is going to do for our face. So on their website it says, put on your happiest face. Hello you. This lightweight foundation evens out skin tone and blurs imperfections with a soft focus optimal blur spear. With a natural matte finish, which is what I like, and a light to medium coverage, it looks like skin and feels like nothing at all. Happy looks good on you. 99% of the people that tried this on said it felt lightweight. 98% said it feels breathable. 96% says it blurs imperfections, and 95% says it gives them a natural looking coverage, which is good. And that was a test done on 103 women after a week. To apply, it says to apply with your fingers. I am not excited about applying foundation with my fingers. I never have been. I don't like that. So I'm going to be putting it on with a brush and a sponge. I just don't like the way my fingers make foundation look on my face. Kind of, I don't know, kind of streaky a little bit, and I don't like having foundation all in my nails and everything else. So I will be applying this today with a blender on one side and a brush on the other. And that is all it says here. And then if you did buy the full one, like I said, it's $29. If you do buy it, you end up getting 1 fluid ounce is what you get if you bought the full size for $29. So in the range of like full for like high-end foundation, that's not bad, because high-end foundation ranges anywhere between $25 to $50, sometimes $60. So it's kind of in the medium range of that, but still kind of expensive, so I was happy to pick up this little guy. So this is what mine looks like here. I haven't tried it, so this is going to be a first impression. This does say it doesn't expire until June of 2020, so it has a long expiration date on it. Oh, it has like a little dropper, so that's kind of cool. And let's see here. So I've already got all of my makeup stuff, or all of my setting stuff on, all of my creams and all that. I will list all that down below if you guys are interested in that, so I don't have to go through it every single time. Let's go ahead and see what it does here. How liquidy is this? So it's definitely a liquid foundation. So let's see here. I'm gonna put that, ooh, that might be too light for me. I might have got too light. Oh well. We'll see. I'm not doing anything today besides doing laundry, going to the store and getting some laundry soap. So it's not going to be that horrific if it's not matching completely. It might match though. We'll see. I'm just going to put a little bit here on this side of my finger, and then we're going to take the Beauty Blender on this side and see how that's going to work. Okay, so that blended in super fast with the Beauty Blender. I'm sure it took away some of the coverage. As you can see, it did. From this side to this side, you can see it did take away some of the redness there. So I'm happy that it did that, but I don't feel like I got much coverage. So right now I'm at a lightweight coverage. I'm gonna go on with the other side with the brush, and let's see if that does any better. And then we may try to build this up so we can see what it's gonna do, if it has, you know, if it's gonna cover a little bit more than that. So I'm just going to be using my e.l.f. brush on this side here, just my e.l.f. foundation brush, and see how that's going to work. I feel like you have to work really fast with this because it does feel like it dries kind of fast, and if you don't work fast, it's gonna dry in certain spots really quick. All right, so here's the side with the brush. I could say just by looking at it, I hate it with the brush. It's doing some weird stuff in my pores with the brush, and it's not doing that on the side with my beauty blender. So let me get closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Focus, little camera. I hope you can catch this. Let's see. There we go. So you see how it's like adding texture to my face with the brush here? I don't like the way that looks at all. Let me show you here. And then on this side, it just kind of smoothed it out. Even though it didn't give me as much coverage as I would want, it didn't do that on this side. And I can see it in my mirror here. So it's doing okay on the forehead and on the chin, but I think I need a little bit more coverage. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to build it up, but I'm gonna just use my beauty blender here. All right, so that's with the second layer. I feel like it did give me more coverage with the second layer. Am I blurry? There we go. I feel like it did give me more coverage with the second layer. It doesn't feel like it is dewy at all. I can probably go right on top with some my powder contour and all that stuff right away. I'm not seeing the blur effect like it says that it does. I don't know what's going on with my nose, but it's not like catching right there for some reason. And it's kind of sticking a little bit to the pores here. So let me show you a side by side from before we put on any foundation to now, so you can see what I am talking about here. Maybe you can see that it did do some covering, but it didn't do like the best covering ever. I feel like it's not blurring as much as it says it will. I do feel like it did take down the redness, which is good. I don't feel like it is doing weirdness in my forehead lines, but it looks kind of funky when you get up close. So let's see if I can catch that. Here, I don't know if you guys can see that. So here's what it looks like on the forehead. It kind of feels like it is going to cling a little bit to dry spots if you have a dry, face. So this might not be one. This one might not be one for you if you're a dry-faced person here. So I don't know, it didn't cover up very much. Like it did cover up the marks enough to where I'm comfortable with them on my face, but not like over the top. So hopefully this is one that will look a little bit better as the day goes on, but right now I'm not super impressed with it. I feel like the texture on my face, and I don't know if you can catch that on the camera, you probably couldn't. I feel like it's emphasizing the texture on my face. So far, at this point, I'm happy that I only spent the $10 on it and not bought the full one, because it's not something at the first impression of it that I'm going to reach for because of the way my face looks right now. But with that said, we're gonna wear it all day. I'll come back and do some check-ins. We'll see if it melts into my face a little bit better. I'm gonna put some makeup on, come back and show you what it looks like and tell you what the makeup looks like, or how the makeup applied on top of it. So we're gonna say we had the foundation on at 10 o'clock. It's 9:51, so at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna go do the rest of my face. I'll come back. It's gonna be a light makeup day because I am just cleaning and doing some laundry and running to the grocery store and just doing random stuff today. So I'll be right back to show you what other makeups look like on top, and then we'll do the test for the day. All right guys, I'll see you in a minute. All right, real quick, I'm gonna pop on here and just kind of show you something with my face here. As I am putting on my bronzer, it is starting to take away the foundation here and here, and I don't know if you can notice that, but it's definitely taking away the foundation. So I just wanted to pop on there, let you guys see that. I don't know, I don't go really hard. I normally just pounce things on. So when it comes to like cream stuff, or not cream, when it comes to like powder stuff, so I don't know why it's doing this, but you can see it's definitely taking away the foundation there. All right, I just wanted to pop on and show you. I'll be right back with the finished look. All right guys, so here is what the finished look looks like. I can't say that this is my most favorite foundation as of right now. When applying it, it applied kind of funky on my face, and then putting on other things on top of it, it was a little funky as well. It kind of started removing the foundation in my cheek area. which is kind of a concern for a $29 foundation, but I was able to cover it up with a little bit of blush, you can see. So I mean, if you don't wear blush and you just wear foundation, that might be a concern for you, but I was able to work around that. I would say maybe to set it with a powder before you go in, but it did feel like you didn't need to set it, which was kind of funky for me and weird to think that the way it felt didn't feel like I needed to set it. But when I went in with a light hand with some bronzer, it started, you know, taking the foundation away. Something to just be aware of with this on my face. That's how it worked for me. I don't know how it works for others, but that's what I had. That's the problem I had. But other than that, I think it, you know, it's starting to look okay. Now that it's starting to melt into my face, it's not looking as bad as it did at the beginning. I do feel like I can see my pores in my nose a little bit, and I did use the Benefit Professional today, so there's that. I feel like the pores are showing just a little bit more than what I would like them to. But other than that, I mean, it's okay so far. This is, you know, my first time trying it out, but I am gonna wear it all day long. You can hear my dogs in the background. They're super loud. I am going to wear it all day long just to show you what it looks like at the end of the day, and if it lasts all day, because it may, you know, change the way it looks as your face warms up to it, and it, you know, melts into your face. So I'm going to give it a try. So I'll be back here in about 5 hours or so to give you a midday check-in, and then I will come back at the end of the day to show you what it looks like then. So I shall talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Okay guys, so I kind of wanted to do just like a natural lighting check-in with you guys. It's been 3 hours since I've had this on. So here's what it looks like in natural lighting. Let me see if I can get it better. There we go. All right, so it's looking okay so far. I feel like it's getting super dewy like within the first couple of hours that I've been wearing it. So that's something to keep in mind. But let me give you like a closer view here. So it's doing okay on the forehead. It's doing okay here in the center of my face. Hopefully it stays in focus. And then down here, it's doing okay. I still feel like, if you can see, it kind of sits weirdly in my pores a little bit. Definitely accentuates my pores more than what I would like them to, So that's kind of where we are at 3 hours in natural lighting. So you can see what it kind of looks like. But I'll be back again at the end of the day, probably in about another 4 to 5 hours. That way it gives me time to edit out this video just to show you what it looks like at the end of the day. All right guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Right, guys, we are doing the 5-hour check-in. It is 3:05 in the afternoon. So far the foundation is getting a little dewy. My camera is about to die, so I'm going to try to hurry. I do have some build-up here. Oh, let's see. Right here in my creases there, and a little bit of buildup right here around the nose, but it doesn't look so bad that I hate it. It did kind of warm up to my face a little bit. I do feel a little dewy at this point, so I'm gonna just take my blender and just kind of wipe away that little dewiness that I have going on my face. There we go. So it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all, especially now that I wiped away the dewiness. And when I did that, I still have the creasing there. And I also noticed that I have some creasing buildup here on the fine lines that I have right here on my eyes, which is something that I'm not too excited about. A lot of other foundations that I use don't do that. So, but this one is doing that. But it doesn't look bad from a distance. If you get up and personal and close with me, you'd have to be like right on top of me to see what I'm talking about. So it doesn't look bad. I do feel like it doesn't blur as much as the product says it's going to. It's not as blurring as I would have thought it would be, since they said it was a blurring product. So that's one of the things. But other than that, it looks okay. I'm still kind of happy that I only purchased the small little tester because I don't think this is my favorite foundation right now. But we will come back in another 3 to 4 hours and I'll show you what it looks like at the end of the day. About a 9-hour wear test today, since it's Sunday and I need to edit this and put this up tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. So I'm still wearing it. It still looks okay. I got a little bit dewy, but not too bad. And it wiped away really nicely, and I didn't have any foundation come off when I wiped it away. Also, I did notice, I was talking on my phone earlier, it definitely transfers. So this is not a transfer proof type of foundation. So if you're looking for a transfer proof foundation, this is not the one for you. All right guys, I'll be back in a little bit to show you what it looks like, and hopefully it lasts all day long. We'll see. All right, bye-bye. All right, guys, so it is now 6:02 in the evening. Let's see if that's gonna focus. There we go, 6:02 in the evening. So we've had this on 8 hours, and I'm definitely oily. I'm sure you can see that. It's definitely starting to produce a lot of oils. Let's take a look at it before I wipe those oils away and see what my head looks like, or my face looks like now. Let's have it focus. So I'm gonna move slowly so it will catch everything. So you can see I'm definitely oily. You can see that I have a lot of pores showing. It's not as full coverage as I would like it to be, but it never claimed to be. You can see a lot of imperfections in my face at 8 hours, which is, I mean, it never claimed to be a full coverage. I'm gonna just take this beauty blender and just kind of swipe away the oils here, and then I'm gonna take a really good look at my face. I have been wearing my glasses all day, and as you can see, it did really well under the glasses. It doesn't look super, you know, removed from under the glasses, but let's see. So under my eyes is super oily, which is normal because that's a portion of my T-zone that gets super oily. My pores are still looking the same. So I feel like this foundation kind of emphasizes my pores more than what it should, considering it's supposed to be like a blur type of foundation. It definitely is emphasizing my pores a little bit more if you get close to me. So I feel like I look a little aged with this foundation, if that makes sense. For the most part, it's doing okay. It's on there, if that makes sense. It's definitely on there. But for me, this formula of foundation is not my favorite, so I'm super happy that I just purchased the smaller container of this. Like I've said before in the beginning, I wish that all of the makeup brands would do this so that you can actually give it a try at a cheaper price than spending the huge amount and then not liking it. It's not that I don't like this foundation. I will probably continue to wear it. I didn't set it this morning because it did have like a really matte feel to it. So maybe if I set it, my pores might go away a little bit more. I wanted to just see how it was going to work all on its own. I didn't use any concealers or anything like that. And right now I can say that from 1 to 10, I would give this about a 7 for my skin. It doesn't look bad, but it's not my favorite, if that makes sense to you. It doesn't look cakey or anything. It does kind of look a little cakey in the forehead. I did notice it does rub off. I just kind of rubbed it there. It definitely rubs off. It's not smudge proof. I did have my phone to my cheek earlier this afternoon, and it's still, you know, I got like a lot of foundation on my phone from it, but I don't know if it claimed to be smudge proof or not. I'll definitely put something down here and let you know if it does, but it's not smudge proof on oily skin. This may be probably suited better for normal to dry skin because it doesn't seem to really cling to a bunch of dry spots on my face, but it doesn't seem to hold up like I want it to on my oily skin. So when you have oily skin, your pores seem to be more, you know, visible, and foundations that have a little bit more dewiness will definitely emphasize those pores. And this one, even though it's a matte, emphasize my pores a little bit more. I don't know why. I have some luminous type of foundations that won't do that. They just kind of melt right into my skin and make my face look really lovely. This one did kind of crease up a little bit here in the fine lines that I have, like the crow's feet that I have. Definitely have foundation here. My nose, it kind of pulled up in my nose pores a little bit, so you can see foundation in weird spots. I don't know if you guys will be able to catch that on the camera here. But there you go. You can kind of see how it just looks kind of funky in my nose, almost like I have foundation on. And I definitely have foundation on, but I don't like to look like I have foundation on. I want it to be more seamless for me. I'm going to continue to work with this foundation and see if I can, you know, work it in different ways and see how it works and see if I can get it to work better. That's about all I have right now for this foundation. It's not a bad foundation, it's just not my favorite foundation. I think this will work for many other people, but just for my skin and my aging skin and my big pores and all that, it's not the greatest for me. So that's where I'm gonna leave you with this. I don't know much more to say about it other than it's okay, not my favorite, but I'm happy that I ended up purchasing just the small one. So I hope this helped, guys. I don't know if it is or not, but I was hoping to give you more of a better idea, and I hope maybe you'll be able to see in the before and after pictures that I'm going to post up now whether or not it works best for you or if it doesn't, but we'll see. I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I shall talk to you guys sometime within the week. Bye!